Hello students and welcome to NewtonGATE's concept clearing classes. In this video, I will be teaching you simple interest. This is a very important chapter for both ICSE as well as CBSE board. Okay, so let us begin. Suppose I ask you to buy all the things you can buy with rupees 100 now. So let us think what we can buy. Come on, let us think. That good plate of rolls. Yeah, sure, we can buy that. And what about a good t-shirt? Yes, that also can be bought. A good coffee mug. That also is possible. And your favorite jam? Well, that can also be bought by rupees 100. A good stole for the winter season. Yes, sure. And the pastries you saw last week in the shop, that also can be brought by rupees 100. And we can also get many gifts for giving to the friends. So here, as you can see, there are a list of things I have given you which you can get for rupees 100 now. But think of 1 year later. What do you think? Will you still be able to buy all these things on rupees 100? Are you sure? Well, of course we are not sure, because the value of rupees 100 today will not be the same in the next year. It is bound to change, and that is all we need to know for understanding interest. That is, the value of today's money does not remain the same for the subsequent years to come. But before that, before going further into simple interest, let us hear what Natasha has to say. Okay? Natasha seems to be very happy today. And why not? She has scored so well in her exams. She is very excited and she went to her dad to say about that. And what did dad say? Of course, he said, "Well done, my girl, very good. What do you want for scoring so well in the examination? I will give you what you need." Seems like a very difficult choice for Natasha. Let us see what Natasha has decided to ask her dad. Oh my God, she seems utterly confused. There are gifts, there is a favorite pizza, burger, a mobile phone, a headphone. Oh God, there are so many. What to choose? What is Natasha going to choose? Let us see. It seems that Natasha finally had made a choice, and cash it is. She went to dad and said, "Dad, why don't you give me cash and I will use it as required?" Well, it seems a very good decision. Let us hear what her father said. Well, it seems her father also agrees and said, "Great choice, dear, great choice. In that case, I will give you rupees 1000 for scoring so well in your exam. But I have a condition. I will give you two options. You can select any one of them." What are the options? Let us see. Well, her father said, either you take rupees 1000 now, or you can take the same rupees 1000 1 year later, but get more from it. Seems Natasha is quite confused and angry. She just wanted the money, and now her father is giving her more options. What is she going to do? Natasha is as confused as we all are. She said, "Get more? But how? And who is going to give me? Are you going to give me?" Let's see. course not, but the bank sure will. But what did Natasha say now? The bank? But why? They do not know us. They will give you rewards for keeping the money there. But why? Let us all see. Rewards? Yes, dear. Heard of interest? Okay, so again we are back with the same thing, interest. Now let us do one thing. Let us all understand interest along with Natasha. So hopefully we are all ready now to understand what exactly is simple interest. Suppose Natasha's father gave ₹1,000 to the bank and said, you can keep the money for one whole year. The bank said, sure, and said, we will give you 10% interest. And after 1 year, when Natasha went back and asked for the money, she actually got more. She got 1100, that is 1100 rupees. So what exactly happened here? I gave ₹1,000, which was the original price, but I got ₹100 more, and finally that is ₹1100 is the thing we got. So here, with this knowledge, let us first understand what exactly happened in this situation. But before that, we need to know the three important things, which is the necessary things we need to know for understanding the interest. They are principal, time and rate. Principal. Principal is nothing but the original money kept or taken from the bank or given to the bank. Whenever we deposit a sum, here in this case it was ₹1,000. This 1000 rupees was my principal. Rate. Rate is nothing but a percentage that is calculated on the principal. And finally, we have the time, that is years for which the principal is considered. So, with that, we come to the formula for SI, that is P into R into T divided by 100, where P stands for principal, R for rate and T for time. Together, they form SI, which is simple interest. So, taking the first scenario again, what exactly happened here? Here, if I take the same old example we did now, in case of Natasha, which is her father gave ₹1,000 to the bank for one complete year at the rate of 10% and finally got ₹1100. Out of this 1100, the 1000 rupees was the original amount that we had given to the bank. So this is your principal, the original sum that we had given. The time, of course, it is 1 year and the rate is 10%. So if we calculate it, we get SI as ₹100. Now, 1100 is actually the amount. 1100 is the amount which we get when we add the principal with the SI. So, principal plus SI is equal to amount. This is all the knowledge we need to know for solving our sums in simple interest. The formula for simple interest is SI equal to P into R into T by 100, and where P stands for principal, R for rate and T for time, the first formula which is important, and the second of course is the formula for amount, which is principal plus SI equal to amount. Now, with this knowledge, let us try to solve some examples. So, the first sum we have taken is principal is ₹1000, rate of interest is per annum and time is 5 years. Now, a very important note to be taken is the rate. Here, the rate is given as per annum. By annum, we means yearly, that is 1 year. And another thing to note or to be very careful about is the time. The time for simple interest will always be considered in years. It will never be calculated in days nor for months. Okay? So, let us try to solve this. Here we have principal, rate and time. So, let us first find out what is simple interest. So, simple interest, as we had discussed in the formula, is P into T into R divided by 100. So, with that we get ₹500 as our simple interest. Now, for the amount, we have P plus SI. So, P was ₹2000 and so is SI is 500. Now, adding them together, we get 2500, which is the amount. Now, we should always remember one thing, that amount is going to be bigger than the principal, but SI is going to be less than principal. Okay? Now, let us take another sum. Okay. So, here also we are considering a principal of 12,000, a rate of interest of 18% per annum, and the time here is taken as 4 months. Now, as I had told before, the first thing you need to do is convert the time into years. That is, we have to take 4 months into years, and that will be done by dividing by 12. Now, what has to be done here? Let us see the solution. Okay. So, here the given principal is taken as 12,000, the rate of interest is 18% and time, as you can see here, I have converted them into years. That is divided by 12 to get into years. And after that we can again simply go back to the same formula we learned and put all the values and get the answer. So, remember this always, that whenever your time is given in years, then no need to change it. But if it is given in months or days, you have to convert them accordingly. If it is for months, then divide by 12, and if it is for days, then divide by 365, and you are good to go. So, here we have taken another sum, and this time it's a story sum. So, let us first read the question and understand what exactly is given and what is asked to be found. A person deposits ₹25,000 in a firm who pays an interest at the rate of 20% per annum. Calculate the income he gets from it annually. So, here the person was depositing 25,000. So, this is the original sum that was given. So, write down P is equal to 25,000. Next is the rate of interest is 20%. So, R will be 20%. And finally, annually means 1 year. So, the time calculated is 1 year. So, that means P is equal to 25,000, R is equal to 20% and T is 1 year. So, let us see, are these the values that we had considered? Well, yes, as you can see here, P is the 25,000, T is 1 year and rate of interest is 20%. per annum. So, again applying the formula, we get SI as 500. So, this is the income he is getting annually. Okay. So, sometimes we have questions where the SI formula we can use, but we are required to ask the time or the rate or the principal. So, basically the three important parameters, that are principal, rate and time for simple interest, are not given simultaneously. Okay. So, either of the one is missing, but then we do not have to memorize all the formulas. We can still do all the sums using the same formula. Here I have taken one such example where the principal is asked. Okay. So, let us go through the question. A man took a loan from a bank at the rate of 12% per annum, simple interest. After 3 years, he had to pay rupees 5400 interest only for the period. The principal amount borrowed by him was. Now, going through the question, you can clearly understand that we are asking you the principal amount. Now, the simple interest is given, the rate also is given, and the time also is given as 3 years. Rate, time and your interest. Now, so let us see whether are we correct or not about the things which are given from the question. Well, yes, as you can see here, the principal we do not know, but what we do know is the rate of interest and the time. Now, we know that the simple interest formula is P into T into R divided by 100. So, all the values which we now know from here, first of all we will put them. Okay. You do not have to memorize a different formula for rate, a different formula for P and a different formula for R. All you have to do is put the values in the same given equation and solve accordingly with the simple linear equation solve we know. Like here, once I have put all the values, 5400 is equal to 3 into 12 and we do not know P divided by 100. So, I have substituted the principal on the left hand side and taken everything else on the right hand side. Now, as the changing goes on, there is subsequent change in operations and finally we will come to 5400 into 100 divided by 3 into 12. On further calculations we get principal is equal to 15,000. So, in the same manner we can apply the formula for when we are asked to find the simple interest, the principal, the time or the rate. All you need to do is subject the one which is being asked in the question and move everything on the other side. Like in this case I have done here. Here the question was asked on the principal. So, I left the principal on the left hand side and removed everything else on the right hand side. In this way, if the question is asking for time, place time on the left hand side and move everything on the right hand side. Okay. So, with that we are complete with the concept and all the types of examples you need to know for simple interest. Now, if you are thorough with your concepts, let us try some more examples. You can try out these sums which are given on the screen. With the knowledge I have said as in the video, with that concept, let us try to do these sums. Okay. For any assistance in this sum, you can contact us in this following details. Visit our website or call on these numbers. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Click on the notification button and we hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.